Welcome back to another video. It's your girl Cake Plug. Today I'm gonna show y'all how I did this vintage heart cake with the wine spilling all over the cake. So kind of like the espresso one that's going viral, but instead this is with wine. So I actually already stacked, filled, and crumb coated my cake. For a more detailed video of learning how to stack, fill, and crumb coat cakes, go to my YouTube channel and you can check out how to do all that like a pro. And a little fun fact, it was vanilla cake with crushed Oreos and Oreo buttercream. So here I'm going in with my leaf tip and I'm gonna do the vintage piping. And for those of you that feel like you can't eyeball where it is that you're gonna pipe, I will recommend to get a circle cutter, stamp it on the cake, that way it can be a guide for you. But I've done this so many times, so I'm actually able to just eyeball it and I don't need to do that part. Then I'm going in with this ruffle tip, which is one of my favorite tips because it just looks so beautiful and detailed. And I'm going to do that on the outside of the border so it can really stand out. Then I went in with a smaller star tip and I'm going to pipe that along the cake just like I am doing so. I'm creating the reverse L method with this 1M piping tip, and it's basically creating a rosette, and whichever way you started, you're going to do the opposite motion. Now for the wine glass, I did trace along where it is that I'm going to place the glass. So I removed some of the cake and buttercream so that the glass can fit right there. And for the actual wine, I did end up using white chocolate ganache, and then I just colored it like the red wine color. And when I'm pouring the chocolate in the cup, I actually had to hold it at an angle. And it was much easier doing it with the piping bag rather than just scooping it on there with a spoon. It's going to be less messy and then you have more control of the chocolate. And for this part, I did like to add the chocolate drippings already on my piped work. That way it could make it look more of a cooler effect, like it's actually spilling all over the cake. Then I added the chocolate on the cake board to make the design stand out more. Now for the top border, I did just want to do a regular border instead of a reverse L method. But for the top border, I did stop piping next to the chocolate. That way I wouldn't take away from the design and you could really see the wine spilling. Then I added the message with my Cricut, and I'm just finishing it off with these gold edible pearls, and she's all done. Now I know I say this with every single cake, but this is by far one of my favorite cakes I have done, for sure. And that is it. I hope this video was very helpful to you guys on how I achieved this spilling wine vintage heart cake. To see more videos, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye, you guys.